This sports segment of Naperville News 17 is brought to you by your local YMCA. For youth development, for healthy living, for social responsibility.
We cover a lot of sports here at NCTV, but this week we feature one that's literally on the sidelines. Since the IHSA sanctioned competitive dance in 2012, Neuqua Valley has dominated the region. We had a chance to meet up with a team to learn the secret to their success. Meet Sonia Rizutko, a former dancer at Illinois State, the Chicago Lovables, and the Chicago Honey Bears. Today, she's the coach of Neuqua Valley's dance team, a team that doesn't actively recruit dancers, but is constantly in competition with local studios and clubs. Since she started with the team, she first had to remove a stigma associated with dance.
They're just shaking their palms and cheering on the boys' teams and whatnot. And I think our school and local dancers are starting to recognize the technique that our team and program has.
It didn't take her long to create a strong reputation for the team, and soon Rizutko had much of Naperville's best talent on the squad. Many of the coach's dancers look to go into top college programs such as Missouri and Minnesota, widely considered some of the best in the nation. Rizutko attracts talent with success in competitions like the Wildcats' 2010 TDI State Championship. And to put up the big numbers, she's created a formula.
We really try to find how can we highlight those strengths and hide those weaknesses, and then work on team skills that everyone can really have together.
This past weekend, the squad made the state final in Bloomington. Last team on the stage, they had plenty of time for nerves, but left it all out on the floor. They scored a 92.1 in the final, and after finishing second in the qualifying round, they'd take home their second fourth-place finish in a row, putting them near the top of the elite 10-team field. 8-0 in the UEC, Neuqua's basketball team's on cruise control. With a win earlier in the season against Waubonsie, they'd be favored on paper in this week's matchup. But when these two schools meet, you can throw all that right out the window. Not a regular home game for Nick Karkazis and the Warriors. They'll take Neuqua to overtime. Nick gets a feed from his brother Chris, but this one was drawn up for the younger one. Hits it from deep, Bonzie up 3. Under 6 to go, we're tied up with Jay DeHaan at the line. That's the second of 2. Now Wildcats looking for a prayer. Nick Karkazis, he'll have none of that. Wildcats drop their first conference game of the season. Bonus game, Anthony Rahaim and the Huskies hosting Glenbard North. Up 2, less than 12 seconds in the fourth. Rahaim looking to inbound. Finds the wrong colored jersey. Kendall Hobart goes the whole length. He'll tie it up. Next possession, looking like overtime unless the Huskies get a basket. Ashton Elston to Rahaim. It'll go. Redemption for Rahaim. Dogs take this one off a buzzer beater. DVC gymnastics meet Naperville North and Central, a couple of favorites in the event. Here's Annalie Kawaoka on the vault. Yachenko Pike good enough for a 9-4. She takes second in the event, first in the beam and third all around. Now Jill Schuberth for Central. She lays down a half twist on the floor. 9-3 gets her second here and second in the all around. Redhawks will finish third. But the star of the night would be Allison Warman. Front handspring to a back layout. That's an 8-9-5. She takes the all around. Wins in the bars as well, but Wheaton Co-op takes the team title. Disappointing 5th place finish for Naperville North. That's all for sports. Back to you, Jordan.